What's good, YouTube? We are here with Samuel Pearson, Alexander Robertson, Gabriel Benacucci. Sorry. We'll start that again.
I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
I haven't heard that in ages.
I'm sorry, Gabriel. Alright, we'll start again. Alright. We are here with Samuel Pearson with his top 16 and pending deck profile.
Yeah.
What did you do and what did you play?
For some godforsaken reason, I decided TRI-BRIGADE Zoo was the correct choice this weekend.
Okay.
Through some reason, I've apparently been vindicated in that. But yeah, so let's just go into numbers and stuff first. If you watched Gabriel's profile before, it started raining, so that's why I'm doing it in this place.
Sure.
Rather nice.
Mine is more interesting.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, better background, but...
Same, better background, better player, better deck.
Oh no!
Right. Do the cards properly.
Simmer down, Benacucci.
Do the cards properly.
So anyway, right, so you've got the normal like standard tri-engine, we've got triple fractal, we've got triple nerval, we've got triple kit, and we've got double caress. So
Okay.
initially I was playing 3 kits, 2 kits, sorry. We settled on 3 because with the,
You just want engine.
yeah, we just want to see
always
engine
want,
as
like,
much as
the cards,
possible.
yeah.
And caress is like the weird one because it doesn't really do anything aside from being searched to, get to the rest of your engine.
Yeah.
So
Like, you've always got access to it, so you don't really need to like play through it. Like,
correct. Betty also played the deck, so yeah.
I had many striker matchups and my 2
Oh,
Gravekeeper opponents 2 rounds in a row.
Oh no.
So yeah, on top of that,
Yeah. Zeus.
so yeah, then we've got just the 2 zoo cards. Initially we were playing 2 and 1, but this deck is, with how many
There's
abstractions
so
you want to play,
many
it's just
ways
so
to
tight.
play, yeah.
And you've got so many ways to get to it. As Benny
You've got
said,
6 cards, like 6 zoo cards basically.
yeah. So we just felt that 2 was really well.
I'm still an advocate for trying Ram or Bunny Blast especially now. Because
Bunny Blast wants to negate.
spell, I had that problem many a time.
I wonder why.
Personally, from my experience, there was an issue.
Yeah.
In which matchup was that an issue?
All of my striker matchups.
Alright.
Thoroughblade just be safe for Apollo as well most of the time. Most decks are ending on like 16 attack Apollo.
It's mainly just because both of them, if you draw like Thoroughblade Rat, that means you can still do the combo basically.
Yeah.
That's the main reason is Thoroughblade.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Not anything like a
So
whiptail or
if
anything.
you like draw 2 Zeus.
So
Sure.
weirdly, I didn't really go into that combo of summon Rat, go into check 9. I mostly use this as a
Zeus.
fun go into Zeus and win games you really shouldn't.
Oh my god. Oh. He told us we'd be expecting this.
Alright.
The things we do for content.
Oh my god, I'm done. Right, this is back.
Oh no, he's going back.
I don't care about that.
Anyways, alright, let's keep going.
Okay, so anyway.
Go.
Serious.
Okay,
Alright.
So generally, this format's basically devolved into either you play combo and you're trying to play through hand traps, or you play a deck that has got a relatively small engine, you can play a lot of hand traps, and you can expect to play lots of fun decks, fun games like that. So the idea is that if you're 1 or 2 ways to use a TRI-BRIGADE if it gets stopped, no one's playing Lancia, so it's really just a case of them using 2 hand traps on your tri-decks. So after that, you're going to find that you're going to be needing a lot of interrupts that aren't part of your engine, and you just want as many impactful as possible. So we were playing 12 in the main, so the 3 Ash, the 3 Bell, and the 3 Veiler. The reason for Veiler was that it's absolutely just nuts in the mirror, and it did win me quite a lot of games against TRI-BRIGADE. I think I played 3 or 4.
So told you to play Veiler?
Sorry?
Who told you to play Veiler?
Oh yeah, Gabriel.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I've been telling you to play Veiler over Gamma.
Look at the egos on this team.
Okay. So initially this was like a pure try list with rescue cat and everything, and Gamma was a carryover from that. Gamma's obviously a very impactful hand trap, but it's literally like a one use only thing, and once you've got things on board, it's pretty much useless. So you just want something that is flexible, is applicable against most of the meta. Like it's average against Drytron in the game one. It's insanely good against Ignista, the Mirror, and yeah, it's good. Bell's just like very nice hand traps at the moment. There's a lot of virtual water running around, which is annoying. So this is just really strong against that. Also stops Revolt.
Which is quite big in the mirror to stop that card.
So big. If you can stop Revolt revolving,
revolving
one way or another, it's just so big, and it's such a big tempo swing, and you know you can just usually just set up as you would normally in your turn, because most try decks just cannot get to an Apollo through one hand trap, let alone two. So if you can just stop them getting to Apollo in the first place and then you bell them, you most of the time are going to be in a really good position for your going second, and that's where zoos become even more strong. But yes, then we've got just normal engine, 310 key, you need to play it because it's Search Fractal and zoos. Barrage because I initially thought we'd be seeing a lot of Contact C because I
hyper-focused on it.
Yeah, I hyper-focused on it because I thought, oh, I'll be expecting a lot of TRI-BRIGADE, zoo matchups, and Ignista, and that card's quite good against both, and Prankit as well. But I got convinced out of it.
Yeah.
Which is
obviously did you get Contact used?
I didn't get it once. No one used it against me.
Same.
Apparently, I hyper-focused on it and it was shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Then we're playing Desires. The reason for Desires over Prosperity is now there aren't really as many high impact cards you want to see. So Prosperity is generally good for like Cat, or seeing the Gamma so you can use your Fractal and everything, or just play around Droll, because I know that's being played a lot. But now, because you're playing relatively an engine that can basically get into each other, load resources into the grave, basically deck thin as well. With this, you see the additional 2 cards. Those 2 cards are far more likely to either be another Tri-B, so you can use as an extender, or just an extra hand trap that will let you go through your turn to the next one and have more explosive plays, because TRI-BRIGADE face are stupid.
Go faster, football's almost coming home.
Okay, right, yeah, the football game's on soon, so I will go faster. Alright, 2 Cosmic Cyclone in the main. This was really good in the mirror because you can just, pop. They're usually only setting 1 card or maybe an imperm, so the Cosmic is extremely good into that. It's also good strong against Prankits. Thankfully, I did play against those. And Virtual World and Striker.
To get the Chuche or the multi-roll or the one Widow Anchor or whatever.
Yep. 1 call by because the card's stupid. No more needs to be said on that. 3 Revolt. Because you're playing the Zoo package, you're only playing 1 Bear Drum. So I know Pure Tri usually only plays 2 because you can link into it, you can search it, and then the second one is something you maybe see if you hard made the thing, you can search again, or you'll just draw into. This is much more necessary because you're playing 3 Desires. You're playing a deck that uses a lot of resources in hand traps, so you want to be able to interrupt on your opponent's turn, as well as setting up plays for next turn in terms of reloading the graveyard and searching and doing all that. So 3 Revolt was absolutely absurd.
Because you want to be resolving multiples during a game and seeing one at the very least.
And for some reason, 1 or 2 times today, my opponents, or this weekend, focused on Kit because Revolt is such a strong card, revolting into Durate. They focused on stopping the Bear Drum resolving. So even when that happens, if you've got the Revolt in hand, like opening the 3rd is just nice. And also, if you get belled, it's once you can activate once per turn. So if you open 2, like Raf Nevin did against me when I played him in Swiss, he just activated the second one that he opened. So that was fun. And then the final 3 of 12 hand traps in perm, just
of course,
strong card.
Go ahead. Explain the strikes.
2 strikes. So because we're going into I was expecting a very back and forth, set of games where one player tries to do their thing and so on. Strike is just something that, into the majority of the meta at the moment, would completely turn off most turns. Most decks have a defined route to go into access code or go into a big charade play or something like that.
It's just a bar, really, isn't it?
It's completely turns off those turns because a lot of people will look at your board, will think, okay, so we clear the monster, we'll clear the charade, we'll bait the revolt, and then we'll go. And then we'll just act as a clear and just hope for the best and hope the trans go through. If you stop it with the strike, it's so strong. And a lot of the time, if you time it right, it's just there's not really much more you can do to go.
Seemed like a very solid option and choice for you this weekend.
We had to play 2 and 2 because we were on 40, so 2 strike, 2 cosmic. They both had their spots in the main, and because Ferrigit's got the effect to basically mulligan 1 card in your hand.
You're filtering through enough cards to make playing these like 2 of text.
And that's
more
also
viable.
another reason why not to play Prosperity in the deck, because
Of
that
course.
effect is so good.
Putting back bricks and just
Yes.
getting you into further tech cards or engine at will.
Yeah.
Did you feel, just before I was going to interrupt, before you were talking about strike with the impermanences and just your hand trap choice in general, did you feel any sort of specific hate cards were necessary during testing, such as things like DD Crow, Skullmeister? What was your sort of read on the format that made you decide on these sorts of more, let's say, more generic but less impactful hand traps?
So Skullmeister is a really weird one because it does, interrupt the Drytron turn as well. So the main decks that I was expected to play against are Prankid's Drytron and the Mirror. So Prankid's obviously Meister's extremely strong against, but so's just belling the doodle-doo and stopping them being able to set up a Padley Burning on your turn. If you Meister the TRI-BRIGADE cards, it's usually when they don't have any monsters on field. So you are literally walking into a Gamma, because a lot of people I know would still be on the Cat version or playing Gamma and Tri-Zoo if they could find the space. And then, Crow, I think, is a pretty subpar option compared to Gamma. I know in this deck you can search it off Charade, but I think that comes up pretty rarely. I thought the 12 hand traps that we were playing as well was good. Correct.
Yeah.
Cool.
In the main, they're just generic and nice in coverage. Hit the decks that are being played at the moment, at the right moments, and just really strong.
Brilliant.
Just want to open any 2 of them as well.
All right, let's whiz through the extra deck because we need to watch it.
This is the only talking point, I think, is the 2 of these over 2 other cards, but that's
space is super tight. I was even talking about playing Alsa because I feared contact C too much, but I definitely didn't. Bedroom, you only really need to play 1. There's not really space for the other. And to be honest, this game, if you can get to 1 revolt, you usually win. So if you can get to an Apollo and revolt, Apollo prevents Bell, and that's that. 1 Rugal, you just want to go into it quite a few times. 2 Charade, 1 usually for revolt, and a 2nd for the turn 3 play to just do more silly things. This is a good link 3. I usually use this to just shuffle something and then go immediately into an Access Code Talker. So it doesn't really do much. It's obviously really strong, but
it's really good in the strike matchup.
But Ancient Warrior Link, this came up a lot. Love this card, really good. Literally just the best thing to go into if you've got additional extenders and all that.
There seems to be, I was about to say, there's a common affinity for Link 2s that bounce cards for no reason.
Almirage, this only comes up when you don't necessarily have a way to go into full combo, but you've opened a kit or an oval, and you can just go into Link Away and all that.
Also, this Almirage has more YCS tops than me and Gabe combined.
Correct. This was the...
This one brought?
Oh yeah!
It has boarded all 3 of us.
Really?
Yeah.
Because this has 3 tops.
This was the same Almirage from my Ghent list and my 2020 Utrecht lists and this list. So
I found the key. We need to just stop him from playing cards with Almirage. This Almirage cheats.
Then just standard Link Force Apollo Access Code. And then for the Zoo package, you just play Chakanine. If you do need to go into your Zoo into Ferrigid plays, Borbo to make Zeus easier, Tiger Mortar to it's the next best one that's not one of the other 5 and then Zeus. Zeus won me so many games.
Just 6 reasons to play the Zoo.
So Sorry?
I forgot to write anything on this.
We're not good enough to own Dryden.
Right.
Where's the
then,
Dryden in the binder?
And then side deck, we had 3 draw.
Drytron.
Very
Drytron,
nice.
just
Anti-Drytron hate.
Yeah.
Generally, like Drytron struggles to really do much through 2 hand traps in the first place.
Yeah.
You should be seeing 2, but this is one that they literally just cannot play through. So
Yeah.
if you see 2 hand traps and you see this, their turn 1 plays pretty crap.
Yep.
And then if they do somehow open the nuts, you can just stop the next place. Or you've got additional hand traps.
I got waxed by that card.
Yes, it's quite good. Then 3 nib. Very nice generic card. Deceptively good again into Drytron. A lot of Prankids players are not really respecting it at the moment. I think they can, but a lot of the time they can't really play through nib and another hand trap if they want to respect it and have an actual good turn. So nib was just really good. 1 Pankatops, just Pankatops. We found, so someone pointed out to me that if you only control this and you special it and you attack into an Apollo, your opponent chains Revolt to try and get rid of it. You chain Pankatops, target the Apollo. Charade then has to banish a card on field, which could.
No way.
No way.
No way. No score. It's 2 minutes.
We cannot have missed this.
Right.
Go! England are scoring goals!
Paradox Duster. 3rd Cosmic, because 2 in the main. 2 twin, because, you know, I thought it was better.
Move!
Order. They're good cards.
Good cards, alright, shouts! Alright, everyone here, let's go